How are you?
Oh, goody. I'd forgotten to hit record, hence the delay. I'm good, sir. How are you?
Good. So you can see I found my old glasses. They were under my desk, but I
Under
cannot
your
use
desk.
them to see you. So I'm going to put on these instead. Hey Ben, you remember how I talked about when I got older, I would put on some weight so I could be a full beard Santa?
I do remember you saying that.
My improv group performed this uh Thursday. So wait, no, this Tuesday, this Tuesday.
Today is
And
Thursday.
you know how Tuesdays and Thursdays they kind of feel similar like mushrooms and moths do. There's no like real way to explain it. There's just a similarity.
Mushrooms and moths?
Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Mushrooms and moths seem similar. Like they're a similar thing.
The objects are the words.
The object. Like well the concept the whole thing. The whole thing. Give me any word and I'll tell you something that to me is categorically similar, even though there's not a strong connection.
Crosswalk.
Okay, a crosswalk and an airport an air traffic control tower. Those things are
Okay.
similar to me in
Yeah.
feel. They feel the same.
In like modern like slang lingo, not slang, but like, I've heard people say in regards to that kind of thing, they occupy the same part of my brain.
Exactly, yes. Um
Like for me, um, Margot Kidder and Karen Allen, the actresses, occupy the same part of my brain in that I constantly get the two of them mixed up.
yes. Like okay, the number four and let me think of something like the number four and a oh that's not a good how would it because that's
Black
a fourth
cherry,
thing.
how come you taste so good?
Oh yeah, that's okay, that's a great example. Um Black cherry, the black cherry soda, right? Or
It's
whatever,
sparkling water.
the
Yeah.
flavor and a old brownstone apartment complex in New York City
In Brooklyn.
occupy the same space in my head.
And I'm
It's just
sure I'm sure that it makes sense to you.
yes.
Unless it doesn't
Uh,
make any
m-
sense whatsoever.
maybe it's that Thursday and Tuesday both are days of the week that start with the letter T. It's possible,
Well, and
but
also if you look at a 5-day week, they're in the same spot,
exactly,
right?
they're kind of as far away from the weekend as each
They're
other.
not the beginning, they're not the end, and they're
Yeah.
not the middle.
So Tuesday, the improv group
Tuesday.
performed. Our improv group's name is Cynthia,
I was just going to
which
ask
I
if you
think
guys had a
is
name.
is great.
Cynthia, the improv
Cynthia.
team,
Yeah. And our performance was recorded, and
by the
after viewing
FBI.
the recording, I do not have to do any work to be the shape of a Santa Claus.
Oh,
I'm right there. Fat Boy Summer never ended, Ben.
yeah, I know. Uh, well, I'm happy that you've hit your target.
I think us as a comedic duo, right? Us being the same size was kind of funny because when we were the
Yeah,
pig genders, because we could switch off and you wouldn't know
yeah.
exactly who was who. However, as an onstage visual, me being fatter than you is funny. Uh,
I still sometimes watch those
just
old Pigender videos, and I can't tell us apart except for our like posture and body,
it
and
was
body
it was a
movements.
plan. It was a plan that
Yeah,
executed correctly.
I loved doing that show because the bathrooms were inaccessible to us once the audience came in, but that
Yeah.
didn't matter because we sweated so much
Oh my
in that
God. I
performance, we
I
didn't have to
mean,
use the bathroom.
I'm serious. I want to say that because I was kind of obsessed with my weight at the time because I was trying to get to your weight.
Yeah.
I swear, 10 pounds,
Yeah.
10 pounds of sweat, between, um,
Wouldn't
yeah,
surprise me.
Ben, I gotta say, even though Bumbershoot was good, right? Having a show at Bumbershoot that people in the audience enjoyed was great.
Yeah.
I think the Pig Janitors was like one of, if not the best, like, thing because we were on for a long time. We kind of
Yeah.
got to do our own thing, and we both delighted and disgusted the audience, which is
Yeah.
exactly our thing.
It was a fun exercise in putting to work the clowning that we had spent a lot of time learning for ATF and our reluctance to memorize lines yet have stage time.
Yes, exactly. Um, Clowning, yeah, we don't do a lot of, but I think clowning is one of our strengths,
Yeah.
even though
But we
we
definitely drew on
haven't
that
studied.
for the pig
Yep.
janitor stuff.
Oh, Jennifer was talking about. I've been playing the Outer Worlds 2, which is great as far as video games go. Awesome. The Outer Worlds 2, love it. Um,
Is that a
in it,
PS5 game?
it is a PS5 game. There's the opening. What do you call the opening of a video game where they like play all the opening cinematic?
Okay.
Is maybe one of the best I've seen as far as character work goes because they've got a cost
Kas
what is
and Pasil? Fasil?
Pasil
Fasil?
and Tochka. They've got
Yeah.
all that. They're doing all of it. The way Jennifer put it is, it's like they're puppets, but they're doing all the and like animation too. There's the stretch and the bend and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Is
So they're
this
not human, but they're so evocative. It's great.
they're not human, so is it not like
I mean,
mocap?
what I mean is, well, it might be mocap, it might be, but they're not moving like human beings. They're moving kind of like how Disney characters. There are some people online who do Disney character movements in their TikToks and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
You've seen? Have you?
I've not
They,
seen any of those, but I
yeah.
have a sense of what you're talking about.
It's like that. It's like a heightened human. Hey, Ben, I want to go and see this. And
Right.
have you ever gone one of those and one
Yeah,
of
exactly.
these? And for those of you not watching, yes, exactly. For those of you not watching the video, I'm sorry. It's not going to make a lot of sense. Just heightened cartoonish kind of
Heightened
movements.
expressionism, yeah.
Anyway, it's great. And so I had a fun time with Cynthia doing our first ever live show.
If you're just tuning
Uh,
in, Paul is talking about his improv team.
our improv team, whose name is Cynthia. Um, I do like the idea. I do like the idea and I'm going to pitch this to the group. Maybe it's very premature. Again, we were a class and we had our first live performance, and it
Yeah.
went pretty well for our first live performance. There were things afterwards. Of course, I was thinking, oh, I could have said this instead,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever.
Every time.
And of course, it is the end of a live improv show that also included, the 101 class and stand-up comedians. Uh, so, oh yeah, and Ben, oh, I had a blast from the past of you and me backstage because Cynthia was backstage and there was a stand-up on, and we were all like talking to her. This is going on longer, right? This is They're going long, right? They're going long, and
Yeah.
then the sort of head of the theater, who was also working as the showrunner at the time, comes back and goes, "They're going long. You should tighten up." Which, of course, so we had that in the
That's a
back of our
drag.
heads as well,
Yeah.
rather than. But yes, but it was still really fun. But I do like having T-shirts that say, "Who's Cynthia?" Because yeah, I'm sorry, I was rehearsing with Cynthia all night. Oh, I was out on Wednesday seeing Cynthia. It's all
I'm going
fun.
out with Cynthia after the show.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, but I'm excited to we're all going to be in class, for the next 8 weeks with each other, planning on like the actual big show. I am missing the first rehearsal though. I'm missing it because I'm going to see Auntie Donna uh
Oh, yes, you
on
mentioned this.
Monday, and it's going to be awesome.
That's like
Um
a.
Jennifer is going with me as my plus one. I get to, because I purchased the VIP tickets. I
VIB.
said to Jennifer, "Hey, I got VIP tickets, so you're gonna get to watch the tech run through." And she's like, "Oh,
Hooray.
great." Yeah, exactly. And she's like, "What exactly?" I'm like, "It's for fans of the show. You get to see the boys for longer." And she's like, "You understand that a tech run through for me is not a special treat. It's just, yeah." And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." So, um, oh man, did I tell you about our Six Flags trip, by the way?
Did you? I don't think you
So,
did.
no, no, no. This happened over the weekend. So yeah, we wouldn't have talked about it. So it was great. So as you know, Jennifer has been on a new medication that's really helping with her mobility and stuff.
That's great.
And so we went to Six Flags, me, Jennifer, and Betty. The one thing that, of course, we did not buy a fast pass
Uh,
because it was a $100 difference for all three
oh,
tickets.
yeah. So,
So we went to two roller coasters, and by the time we went to two roller coasters and a haunted house. That was the extent of our trip.
that was it?
Whereas Betty went to two haunted houses, pretty much. Oh, and we also ate at the food court.
Yeah.
We got three corn dogs and two sodas for $72.
Is there
Can you
a,
believe
yeah,
it?
I can actually. I went to the PL fair a few weeks ago and a friend of mine bought a corn on the cob and it was like 14 bucks.
Yeah, crazy.
Oddly enough, they don't tell you that before they hand it to you at the cash register. There are no
Yeah.
listed prices over the grilled
Mm.
stuff. Yeah.
There were listed prices, and I still paid that much.
Where's the
But
nearest Six
my
Flags to Chicago? Is it,
Oh, this is the best part, Ben. I'm going to tell you the name of the Six Flags near Chicago, but I'm going to say it in the way I determined that you could say it if you wanted to,
uh-oh.
that I think is funny. It's Six Flags Great America, or as I like to say, Six Flags Great America, which is funny. I love the United States of America, Ben. You know it's true. And I love it so much that I am not paying attention to any politics for the next 2.5 years, probably.
Jesus. I mean, there
Uh,
may come a. That's a privilege speaking, Paul Goody.
it is indeed. I am voting on Tuesday. Um,
Does
and let's
Illinois
let's
not
not.
have mail in balloting?
They maybe do, but we do not
All right.
in this household. In this household, we don't have mail-in ballots. No, we just haven't gotten our mail-in ballots. So
Gotcha. Yeah.
here's what
I
I'll
mailed
say then
mine off
also.
last week.
It is my privilege talking that I uh, can not pay attention, but I will still be affected regardless of whether I pay attention or not. I am
Yeah.
unfortunately not immune to, for instance, the fact that the federal government has, up until this point, withheld the federal funds that they had promised and that have been earmarked for infrastructure changes in Roseland and the surrounding areas.
We are on day 30 of the government shutdown
And
currently.
even if the government restarts, they're still not planning on giving us the money,
Yeah.
even though, because it was the prior administration that granted us the money.
Because you have brown people in your neighborhood, Paul Goody.
Oh, Ben, my neighborhood is mostly brown people. Oh, this is something that Sharad, who's a member of Cynthia, said yesterday. Um, we there's a a class that is specifically for women. That's showing up. That's being offered next time, and the person who's emceeing was like, and people were saying, why is there a class for just women? Or men are saying, why is there a class for just women? Women are saying that's why there's a class for just women.
I want to
Uh,
be able to be in an improv group with women and talk over them constantly.
which was fun. Well, I think it's a sketch writing class or something. But yes, exactly that.
Uh,
And then Sharad said, and did you notice that right after that there was an improv scene uh, where there was a brown man who was playing an Uber driver and two women, and the activity that was suggested for them was vacuuming. Uh, he was like, if you needed any more information, that was something he did that was funny also. So one of the game that we do, Cynthia, it's called Cynthia's Peeves, and we get a pet peeve from the audience. And then, so this is the structure. Oh, this is great, Ben. We're talking about improv structures. Um,
yay.
we get a pet peeve from the audience. In this case, it was loud chewing. And then we have our specific monologue that's about that pet peeve. And I did the monologue this time. Uh, and my monologue, this is the thing, is they wanted us to name, if it involves a specific person, to name that person. And I realized, you know how I don't talk about work, that
Yeah.
if I said the name of the exact person, uh, there would be a problem. So I changed his name in my head to Matt, who was the name of another colleague that I had who also had a problem with my loud chewing. Uh, but I was thinking about this other guy, even though I said the name of it. It was the same problem between two guys, so I think I was fine. But if you watch the video, you specifically, Ben Lawrence, no one else will be able to tell. You can see the little click in my brain when I'm like, uh, ooh, legless, armless. Better not. Better not say in the same way. I'm like, ooh, better not say, better not say this guy.
Yeah.
Um, so, and I'll talk to you after. You won't know him, but I'll tell you afterwards
Some
with more
some
specific.
coworker of yours who does not
A
like
co
your
a coworker from the past who does not like me chewing loudly.
right.
And I basically told the story about how he eventually walked up to my desk and was like, "You have to stop." And it was 2 weeks in since I started working there. And so
Wow.
he was just basically sitting, and I apologized to the audience on behalf of loud chewers everywhere, and promised that I would chew with my mouth closed for the rest of my life from that point forward. And then, so after the monologue, then there are three scenes, 2 to 3 person scenes about that thing. In this case, there two members of Cynthia, Rich and Evan, started, and Evan is great. He started the scene telling Rich that his jokes were so funny and he wanted to hear one, which to me I thought was hilarious. Uh, so that started the thing, and then you have three kind of related scenes. I had a walk on at the very last scene of that, which was two guys were talking about how they were quitting. One guy was talking about how he was quitting chewing tobacco, and the other guy was chewing tobacco and spitting into the tobacco cup. And so for my walk on, I ran on, grabbed the tobacco cup, and drank it, and then was like, "I'm ready." And they were talking about being Gen Z, and the guy who watched me drink the tobacco cup of the other guy looks and says, "That guy's Gen X," which I thought was funny as well. Um, and then that got brought up later. I came in and I did a thing where I was. And Jennifer says that hearing other people talk about improv is hearing about people talking
Talking
about their
about their
dreams.
dreams.
So I
Yeah.
do apologize, but you and I used to do Annex Improv together, so I think you'll appreciate it. So remember, it was about loud chewing.
Yeah.
Um,
There's a
there's
name
a
for that, but I can't remember.
after the third scene. It's a two-person scene where people who have solved the problem talk about their invention that solves the problem. In this case, they take out people's teeth and put in soft teeth so they don't make as much noise. And the scene right after, and then there were three scenes again. The scene right after that, I did, and there was a guy who was I pretended was my dentist. Now, here's the thing: there are sometimes things that people don't catch, when you initiate something and they don't
Yeah.
pick it up.
They're not listening.
In this case, well, no, not that they're not listening, but sometimes I have something in my brain the other person doesn't know it, right? There was a joke that was made that the audience wouldn't have known about this crazy British dentist as a character. Uh, and the guy who had come up with me was a guy who could do a good British accent. And so I started pulling out my own teeth and saying, I don't know what I need you for, Dr. Gray. Oh, that was the other thing, is that we were supposed to name each other all the time. Because when we first started doing scenes, we would have all these scenes, but nobody would have any names. And so there's
Yeah.
not as much of a connection. So I said, I don't know what I'm paying you for. And he became a dentist and did all this stuff. He did not become a crazy British dentist, which is, you know, fine. Uh, but so I'm taking out all my teeth, and he's putting them in this cup. And somebody comes in and says, I'm here for the teeth. He says, go and put these with the others in the tooth room. And this other person runs in. And this is Sydney, one of our members who it does um, like funny things that call back to other things. She grabbed the teeth and said, and, and drank it like I drank the other stuff, which was funny. Um, so that was good. And then other things happened, and then I got pulled in with a couple of other people into Gen Z hell, where Gen Zers send people from other generations who make fun of Gen Z people too much. And I said, "Oh right, sorry, I'll be right back. I've got to go drink out of a garden hose for a second." And then was like, "Look, look, look, my parents aren't watching me. They don't care about what I do," look, 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 which was funny, in my opinion. Uh, and then this is the end, I promise.
What did the audience
Uh,
think?
oh, the audience thought it was funny too. They chuckled. They chuckled.
They chuckled. A
Um,
few
and then we
twitters
had
here and
a
there.
oh, and so because it was generational talk, somebody said something about 6'7", the whatever the kid, the six
Yeah,
seven
I've
thing,
heard of it.
and so that was in the air. And then we all started coming in and doing different generational stuff. And Evan came in at the end and said, "I am Skibbity Toilet," and I am, and somebody else was like, "That's 5 years ago," or all that kind of stuff. So that's happening. And at the end, Jordan, who is one of the most solid people in the group as far as I'm concerned, but also very playful, looks at Rich and says, "You have to end with one of your classic jokes." And so everyone starts chanting, "One more joke, one more joke, one more joke." And he tells the exact same joke that he tells at the beginning, which is sort of an anti-joke as well. He
Okay.
says, "A penny." This is, and I left it off in the beginning, but this is the same joke he told at the beginning. "A penny for your thoughts. How about a nickel?" Which
I'd buy
doesn't
that
make a
for a
lot of
dollar.
sense. A penny for, oh, I like that. But Sydney then says, he says, "How about a nickel?" She says, "Five." And I say, 6, 7. The audience appreciates it, and we wait for our blackout that doesn't happen. And then because they're just supposed to, feel when the blackout happens,
Yeah, yeah, of course.
and we're supposed to all start clapping. So I start clapping, everybody starts clapping, blackout doesn't happen, and I yell, "That's our show, everybody!" And that's the end of the show.
And then
So
blackout.
yeah, well, no blackout ever.
Ever.
Never
You're
blacked
still
out.
on, Paul.
The MC comes in, says, "Great job for Cynthia, thanks everybody." So that little piece is missing. But I thought it went well, especially our first scene. I mean, our first show as a group. We're 401, right? So
Yeah.
some of the people in the class had only been on stage 4 times before. All in all, and it was the first long form show where we were kind of in charge. We didn't have an MC telling us, what to, because normally you have like someone sort of guiding you through what you're doing. So all in all, I thought very good. And
Excellent.
there you go, Ben. Thank you for listening to all of that.
Paul's improv show on Tuesday.
So I wanted to bring this to your attention. I wanted to talk about it. I was gonna wait to eat these until we were having our podcast, but I tried one. Um, have you seen
I have not.
Cozed? Cozed.
Coast.
I'm showing Cozed. I'm showing Ben a weird plastic thing that looks kind of like an orange. It's in a circular. It's a weirdly shaped package, kind of a
Yeah.
circular shaped package. It says on it uh, peelable.
Peelable. Peelable.
Um, so I wanted to talk to you about this, and I'm glad that I actually had time to process it before we talked about it. So Ben, I'm showing you in the camera. It's a little gummy candy. It looks
Yeah.
like an orange,
Oh,
kind of. It's in a
exactly. With a
wrapper.
little green leafy stem on the top.
Okay, so I'm going to now. Is this the peelable
Gummies.
part? The fact that you can open this individual package? Maybe. But
I
okay,
would
so we're looking at it.
assume that the
We're,
peelable meant that the gummy comes apart.
right. So we're looking at it here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
They're very tiny. They're very wee.
I'm looking at it and I'm trying to figure out, do you
You can
see any portion of this, Ben,
you can
that
kind
looks
of
peelable?
no, but it does kind of look when the light hits it just right that there might be different sections inside.
So I'm so this is great podcasting as always, for the non-visual people. Um, I'm peeling it apart as much as I can. It doesn't look like it is supposed to. Here we have it, Ben. I've turned it kind of
You're
inside
just
out.
destroying it.
It doesn't look like there are any sections to me. Here you can see it's kind of gooey. I don't think that this is very peelable, Ben. Peelable, Ben.
It's it's
So
it's unappealable.
it is very unappealing, Ben. Um, so yeah, I feel like I've been duped.
I'm looking something up.
It says 3D orange gummy candy. They are correct. It is 3D. Although 2D orange gummy candy would be interesting. I thought it said miracle candy, but it says mixed gel candy. Mixed gel candy.
I'm wondering, is peelable referring to the outer packaging, what you're holding in your hand right now? Can that just like open up in such a way as to present the gummies?
I do not think so. I also thought that peelable just meant you could peel this outer wrapper off, which would
Yeah.
be a little crazy if
I
that's what
mean,
it
yeah.
means. It also
Individually wrapped
says,
for your safety.
Ben, it's also says juice to chew.
I'm wondering
So
if that wrapper, that outer packaging, wasn't maybe mistranslated and designed in AI.
yeah, I was. It is possible for sure. Oh, there's a house that keeps on going coming up for sale because, okay, so Jennifer and I, as you know, bought this home a year ago. Redfin still mails me things, and when it mails me things, I haven't gotten myself off of their mailing list yet, or off of their, you know, things. They're like new house in Chicago because it is fun for me to look at how much the housing prices are now on the things that we were looking at.
Right.
Like the one of the ones that we were interested in that was not good at the time is now $300,000, which is
Was that more or less than it was when you were looking?
it is more than when it was looking. And I think the house that we bought now is more expensive than that house at the time we were looking at it.
Okay.
It is twice as much as it was the last time that we looked at it. I think this house was maybe 25,000 more.
But you
And
say it
now,
wasn't good, so the house itself, what you didn't want to buy that house?
yeah, the what the like the all the copper had been stolen from the bathrooms, for example,
Yeah.
stuff like that. The interiors were all the reason I was thinking about it. One way that AI is really causing problems, the interior of the house that they show is AI. It's not the actual interior of the house.
Yeah.
And they have a little note somewhere on it that says um, something like design suggestion or something. So you can't actually see the
Right.
interior of the house until you're walking through it. That's part of the reason why, um, having the realtor actually there and walking through was such a
There was
good thing.
a post on Reddit recently where somebody called out a real estate agent that used AI to redo the photos of the
Yeah,
actual house. You know, and you know what's the difference between like AI and like just having a CGI render of the house? You know,
exactly. But the way they did it was there's Sonic and Tails vor porn inside every single room of the house, which we didn't really understand, but I do understand the criticism. Did I tell you about did I show you? Okay, so Ben and I are on a text thread that if you sign up to the Patreon that doesn't exist, you can join the text thread. Patreon does not exist. Again, if you ever see a Patreon for us,
something has
please
gone
join
terribly
it,
wrong.
but it means something has gone terribly wrong. I don't know if I sent this to you, Ben, but there is a Timon and Pumbaa unlicensed like character use
Like
at this
exotic
one.
erotic
Yeah,
fan fiction kind of thing.
well, this is the thing is it's okay. I'm trying to make sure I don't get in trouble. It's an ethnic. I'm just going to say it's a generic ethnic food place that is only in Chicago, right?
Okay.
It's not a chain. And for their signage, they are using what I believe is like found on the internet pictures of Timon and Pumbaa.
Okay.
One of the pictures is which one is the big warthog?
Pumbaa.
And what is Timon? What kind of animal?
Like a meerkat, I think.
Yes. Okay. So one of the pictures is what looks like Timon has eaten Pumbaa. So Timon has a big belly and it's shaped kind of like Pumbaa. And I think that they just pulled it off of the web and didn't really think about uh, what it was. So now
Hakuna Matata. It
I
means no
have a
curry
I have a question for you, Ben.
for the rest of your days.
Before there was AI, so we think it's real. We don't think it's Photoshop. There was a meme that happened, and there was a picture of some international group where one of the members was either wearing a button of or holding a sign with this meme on it. Do you remember what it was? And this is a Ben's gonna guess the news kind of, but it's also that I don't really remember uh which thing it is, and it's embarrassing that I don't remember.
I don't know. It's a yeah. No, I've no idea.
Okay, I'm gonna give you another hint. It was either the Taliban or Al Qaeda, and I don't remember which, at a protest, and they had again a picture either in a button or on a sign or something.
Was it Bart Simpson?
No, I'll tell you what it was, and then you can see if you remember it. It was Evil Bert. Do you
Evil
remember Evil
Bert.
Bert?
Uh, kind of.
We have proven that I cannot be trusted to look things up on the internet during the show. We keep it rolling. Could you look up Evil Bert meme protest?
I remember Bert is spelled with an E. Bert is evil. It looks like there's a Photoshop. There's a wiki page for Bert is evil. It's the name of a parody website. And there's a picture of evil Bert photoshopped with Osama bin Laden.
Okay, so
I don't see any protests.
I think that that picture of Evil Bert with Osama bin Laden was then printed out and used during a protest. I don't know. Now, this could be, the hazy way that it works. Maybe it was an American protest
I'm not going to
that,
watch it, but there's a YouTube video that says this meme, the evil Bert with Osama bin
mhm,
Laden, triggered an international incident.
aha. Could you look up Bert is Evil International Incident and just see if Know Your Meme might actually have it, now that I think about it as well.
There's a wiki page called what is it? Meme wiki.
Ah,
There's also a Bert evil Bert photoshopped with Hitler.
yeah, no, it's the one with Osama bin Laden. I'm almost positive about that. But yeah, I don't know what the international incident was, but this is what I'm thinking of. And again, hazy.
No, I'm not watching that.
Oh, misophonia.
Is that when
Unable
you?
to listen to loud chewing.
Yeah,
And I remember that because when I was getting a ride home from the show, I was telling Jennifer about it. Betty skipped the show, and so I took the train to the show, and then Jennifer picked me up afterwards. And instead of misophonia, I thought that I said mesothelioma, which mes
mesothelioma.
mesothelioma. And Jennifer's like, "Well, Paul, that's a type of cancer. You didn't say that." Or I can't believe. And then when I watched the video, it turns out that I did say misophonia, the right one is what I should say. And I got it right when I was talking as well, I think.
Yeah,
But
there are
anyway, so
no.
what I'm
I
saying
don't
is,
see anything about a protest.
okay. Um, I am just give me a second, but I promise I'm not going to evil
No,
Bert
it'll just take you to a bunch of YouTube videos because it's all owned by
international
Google and they want you to stay within their ecosystem.
incident. Okay, sorry. Oh, international. This is the other thing. Okay, I'm not even going to look at it, but yeah, we know that that's what it is. Oh, someone from Sweetwater might be calling me during the podcast. So far, it hasn't happened, and we're almost done. So I think it'll be fine.
Sweetwater.
Yeah. The audio slash music website.
Yeah.
Uh, there's a thing I'm thinking about getting. I want to talk to them about the different issues.
I
So,
just set up a Zoom consultation for vaccines for my trip next year.
oh yeah. Oh, speaking about which, did I tell you that I got I maybe this was topic of the last podcast. Got my vaccinations?
Yeah,
Yes,
you
we did talk
you
about it.
you were maybe feeling the effects. I actually just got my COVID and flu vaccine last Friday,
Yeah.
and I
So
felt
you're feeling
fine.
better now, right?
Yeah, I felt fine Friday night, or I felt fine all day Friday. But then Friday night, like around midnight on the dot, I started feeling feverish and fluish and all that, and I had a
Yes.
horrible night of sleep. And then I woke up the next morning and I was fine.
Can I tell you then that I've been very open about the fact that I'm in therapy for OCD.
Yeah,
And I had to talk to my therapist about it because I had a slight uptick. I've been doing very well, but I had a slight uptick this past thing because I was worried that because the current administration uh, has the statement that vaccines cause problems with to people, that this current vaccine may have something screwy going on with it. And then I realized, well, that is kind of the problem that uh, the other people who had a problem with the vaccine, it's their same thinking, right? It's just flipped.
yeah.
So, and I realized I shouldn't be worried.
Two things quickly. So I when you looked up something, I held the O on no for a while. Apparently,
Uh-huh.
Zoom thinks I was trying to sing, and a little pop up said, "Set up professional audio in audio settings." Secondly, just today, I saw a headline that said RFK Jr. has come out saying that they have found no credible link between Tylenol use and autism.
Hey,
A surprising admission.
well, I think it.
Maybe he
y-
did. He was going to follow it up with yet. We're still looking.
I feel as though it is possible that he is and I forgive me, America, the most the most competent out of the people who are there, and his
Ah, that's
his
a pretty low
heart
bar you're setting there, Paul.
his heart might be in the right place. His thing about food dyes and
Yeah,
stuff
no,
like
it's
that is all, you know what I mean, like.
yeah, I do. I hear you. A
So
little too much.
that's yeah that's so that's um and hey, I don't talk about work, but I was in a meeting today and I said, can you guys hear me? And the reply was all too well, and I was like, all right, listen, we have
Either
fun
that
here.
person is funny or a jerk.
Hey, listen, I
Because
like everybody I work with.
it sounds like something that I would say, but in a playful way.
Right. No, no, no. It was definitely said in a playful way. It was
Okay.
it was good. I had to do that thing that I sometimes do when I'm in a meeting, and there are a lot of people, which is, hey, I was laughing, I was just on mute, so you couldn't hear me, and then I go back on mute. Um, because Edward loves to be part of meetings.
He does.
Um,
Zoom is real. You guys probably don't use Zoom. You probably use like Teams or
hey,
something. But
listen, I'm not going to talk about what kind of thing I
uh,
use for anything.
Zoom is actually really good at filtering out dog barks these days. I was on a call with my parents, and they were complaining that they couldn't hear what we were saying because the dogs were barking too much. And my sister and I were
Ah,
like, we can't hear a thing. You
yeah.
guys are obviously going crazy. Speaking of crazy,
Because you're old.
today's my mother's
Um,
75th birthday. Happy birthday, mom.
listen, being old and crazy are not the same thing, and
They're
I
not
feel
mutually
like they're
exclusive.
gonna think that this podcast feels differently. Oh, hey, by the way, you know how I keep on talking about? Okay, so I again quit drinking coffee because, like I said, when I drink coffee, the benefits only last a couple of days, and then it just goes full on. Ah, I needed
Yeah.
coffee. Um, there were 2 cups of coffee in the fridge, and I'm like, well, I have to drink them. I have to get rid of them. So I'm on day one of having coffee,
Is
and
it like
it's
a
wonderful.
one of those like Starbucks like mochas in a
So I'm
can?
sharing you.
Oh, okay.
This is the wonderful artwork that I've mentioned before. As you can see, it's called Brown Acid.
It looks
Um,
like the Cinerama marquee.
oh wow, that's cool. Yeah, this is
I mean, it's the same color scheme, same sort of
oh
like
okay, gotcha.
flat
Yep.
design and color.
So this is from Dark Matter Coffee.
Yeah.
I still drink decaf coffee. So I haven't stopped coffee, but
Well, then what are you worried about?
well, decaf doesn't have as much coffee, is what I'm saying. This is real
Oh,
coffee,
that's real
not
coffee.
decaf.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I still drink the decaf because I like the flavor of coffee. I like the experience of brewing it. I like drinking it. And they have the cutest for their decaf coffee. It's all like 1930s black and white cartoon characters who are all
For
like,
dark matter.
"Wee!" Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark Matter is great. I love it. It's
I've
my
not heard it.
great
Is
place
that a
around here.
Midwest chain or is that just a
It
single
is
boutique?
they're in Chicago and New York, I believe.
All
And I
right.
believe they started in Chicago. Um, Ben, I think I've mentioned this before, but I love Chicago. I love the architecture. I love all the old buildings and the brick and
Yeah.
everything. Um, so just shout out to my city, Chicago.
Well, you can't beat Seattle, Paul. It's actually a pretty nice day here right now, but apparently we're going to be hit with a atmospheric river light tomorrow, which means
Oh,
all the poor kids out trick or treating tomorrow night are just going to get soaked. But if you grew up in the Northwest, that is nothing unusual.
it is supposed to be colder this winter than it was last winter. I do not know what the status of the um, federal agents and or troops that are near
Yeah,
or in Chicago.
I haven't heard anything about them lately.
Yeah.
Or Portland, like they were sent to Portland and then like nothing happened.
Yeah, who knows what the story is. I will say this. I mean, and I don't think this is any secret, but you remember, I think that there was a big news story that got broke about how there was a black site in Chicago, like
What do you mean?
where people would like a extreme rendition site where people would get sent there and no one would know where they were and they wouldn't
Okay.
know. Their lawyers can like find them and stuff.
Yeah.
Did you hear the follow-up to that?
No.
Probably not if you didn't hear the first one. Um, many advocates in Chicago decried the story. Do you know why?
Because it was completely fabricated?
No. They said every single police station in Chicago has elements of what you've just described in your article. That
Ah,
is not a black site. That is the status quo,
that is
which
just
you
a
should be
prison.
more upset about. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
they were just saying the prison system in Chicago is bad. Also, cooperation between the Seattle, not the Seattle. Did I say Seattle? No, the Chicago Police Department. If I
You
said
can
Seattle
take the
before, I
boy out
apologize.
of Seattle.
Yeah, I love Seattle, Ben. I love Seattle, Ben. But I do like being in Chicago, and I do like um the architect, all of it, all of it. I love the public transportation. It's
Yeah.
all wonderful.
I I don't I don't I I'm a pretty hardy dude. I'd be able to survive, but I wouldn't like the extreme weather over there, like the really hot
Yeah.
summers and the really cold winters. I like the temperate climate that I
Hmm.
live in. Even with that though, it is getting I have noticed just within the last few years getting more extreme. Like it
The temperatures and stuff.
it's not just like the temperature fluctuations, it's how fast we went from summer to winter. Like we
Oh,
didn't really
interesting.
get a we had like a week of fall where like there was a week between me not opening up my window in my apartment to cool off versus turning my space heater on here at my feet in the office.
Hmm.
There's
Yeah.
no
I've
there's no mild weather anymore. It's either too hot or too cold.
The house has been pretty good. We had some guys come out and change the heating and cooling
Yeah,
out
it's all fixed now.
here. It's all fixed now. My savings for anything is down to like $3,000, uh, which isn't, great, but it's better than it was ever when I lived in Seattle.
Yeah.
Uh, which is
Savings? What's the savings?
I was in debt to my parents, uh, like $12,000 the whole time or something like that,
Yeah.
that I was there. So, which, by the way, Ben, I paid off simply by giving them $50 a paycheck for quite some time.
I take
And
it George
then,
Goody didn't charge you interest.
no, George did not charge me interest. And I think he gave me a break, even because sometimes I would pay him more. But yeah, it was like $50 every 2 weeks
That reminds me,
for
I got a
a while.
I I'm on my sister's phone plan, her family plan, because
Oh,
she works for a telecom company and gets a deal. And
nice.
so I'm just on her plan, which means she pays my bill and I pay her, right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
However, it's been more than a year now when she discovered that I was overpaying her.
Oh,
And so she's like, just stop paying me for a while. And I think I should probably do that thing where I bring the subject
check
up
in with
again and
her.
say, hey, should I start giving you, $50 a month again for my phone plan? It still amazes me that for like years, I paid so much money for a really crappy phone plan only
Yeah.
because I was grandfathered into a no limit data plan.
Yeah.
I had a limit on texts I could send and receive, and I often went over that. But because I had no data caps on my cell phone, I kept that plan for far too long.
Yeah. For like three people, I think we're around uh like $70 per person, maybe a little bit more per month.
That's not bad.
Um, we're through Costco, so that helps.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I mean, it's not having data charges is a great example of functional versus
yeah. I don't
technological.
even I don't even look at my data usage anymore. Even at home, like I had to go onto my billing site for my home internet
Yeah.
recently, and I just out of curiosity clicked on the data usage tab, and I think the website was even broken, so I couldn't even see what I was
I'm
using.
paying about $127 a month for internet. That's outside of my phone plan.
Yeah,
I used to be bundled with AT&T, but Chicago doesn't work that way. AT&T does not have the ability to run fiber in our neighborhood, at least at this point. So with that, um, so you put the two together, I probably pay about $400 a month for both things together, which is
yeah,
way
for
expensive.
connectivity.
But
It's pricey.
I have the highest speed that I can get and no data cap.
What is
Which I have to.
your speed at home?
I don't know. I don't know. It's the fastest that cable can get. I don't know what that is.
I'm
Um,
constantly like I had issues with my internet for the last couple days. End of this story. The issues were actually on my end. My router needed to be
yeah.
rebooted. But uh, Google Fiber is, harassing me to change over to their service in
Oh,
my bill. I get mailers from them twice a week, and
so let's see. I'm gonna find out what's my speed. Is that kind of what it is?
I
What's
use if you're looking
my
for there's speed test. There's also I use a website called speedof.me.
speed? So I'll do speedtest.net.
Yeah, that'll
Is
work
that
too.
it?
Yeah. Google will
Uh,
probably even tell you if you just Google what is my internet speed. I'm sure it'll pull up a speed test right on the dashboard there.
what is my internet speed? Oh, by the way, while we're doing this, I have another band recommendation.
Oh, who's your band recommendation?
Okay, so have you heard of minimum chips, the
I haven't.
concept?
No.
It is a thing that you can get in Australia. All right, so it looks like I am at 400 megabits per second download. Is
Not
that
bad. That's good.
okay? That's not bad.
Uh,
And eight 18.1 megabytes per second upload.
yeah. Generally, you'll get very slow upload speeds, but some plans offer what's the name?
Ooh, Ben, 2.3 megabyte per second upload on the last one. Okay, so it's a
Symmetrical.
concept in
Sometimes you can get symmetrical speeds. So, like at home, I think I have 500 megabits download and upload.
the thing that I love about minimum chips is it's an example of something um, that you can get in Australia in certain locations like Adelaide in Australia, probably some other places as well. Minimum chips. It is a price, not a quantity. Minimum chips is the lowest price that they have on the menu for chips. And then it's up to the store to decide how many chips to give you,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's like the little bag of French fries that you get at McDonald's,
Hmm.
kind of like that. They could give you a little, they could give you a lot. You have that little bag, but they could be over full in a bigger bag, that kind of thing. So minimum chips. I was trying to determine like what the general amount of minimum chips is, and there is no consensus, right? It only has it's again a quantity of money, not a quantity of chips.
Right.
But in looking up minimum chips, I found out that there's a band in Australia called Minimum Chips. And it turns out that they opened for a lot of my favorite bands, like Stereolab and Tortoise, and a bunch of other things. I'm like, I've never heard of this band. Downloaded their first album, which is only 5.99 right now on Apple Music.
It's a
And
steal at twice the price.
exactly. And they're great. They're, you know,
What kind of music?
it
Electronic
Stereolab,
dance?
electronic rock, kind of electronic
Okay.
alternative. Do you remember Stereolab?
I remember. I can't think of any of their songs right now, but if I heard something, I'd probably be able to recognize it.
The way I would describe them is like a musician's musician kind of group. Like they're really good at their craft. They do a
Yeah.
lot of of good musicking.
They do a lot of good music and for their community.
Yep, exactly. So, all right.
And with that,
With
as the
that,
lights go down,
oh yeah. Oh wow. It's coming back. It's coming back. Okay. Ben, I will see you later. Thank you for talking to me as always.
yeah,
Next week is
next
our
Wednesday.
start of the Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Um, and it'll be
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Wednesday, November and maybe December.
Oh, maybe December.
Yeah.
Right on.
We'll have to play it by ear because the shows are different. And I know at least one week in
Gotcha.
December I'm going to be kind of out until that Friday. So we'll have to talk about it.
Oh,
All right.
and either next week or the week after, we'll need to do a twofer because on the 19th, I have a shoot that's going to go until 4:30
Okay.
on Wednesday.
Sounds good.
So, well,
So we'll
I'll bring
talk
it
about
up
that next week
next
at the
week.
Goody Lawrence podcast.
And until keep it wrong, how's it happening?
Keep it
Until
wrong.
then.